See, I'm telling you, that was your dogs coming in, Charlotte, saying, "Hey, you guys didn't start yet."
Actually, they were barking at my stupid neighbor.
Oh, yeah, but it's nice to think that they're thinking of us, and yeah, we had some issues, folks, but here we are. We're live, me and Charlotte. Uh,
Hello,
Monday
Monday,
fun day.
Monday.
Monday fun day. Pat Sparrow's in the chat. I see. Hi. Hi, Pat. I'm hoping other people will, see that we've gone live and join us, Charlotte. But let's tell everybody. Yeah, we had technical issues. I got a message from Blog Talk today because we you guys remember last week we had the phone lines. The show was great, right? And of course we did it on Tuesday instead of Monday. But then Wednesday, did the show with Michelle, and it was great again. Had the phone lines, Blog Talk worked great. We did the simulcast. But then on Thursday with Ellie, it wouldn't work. So then we tried again on Saturday and again on Sunday, and it just wouldn't work. So I messaged customer support, and this is our ongoing Blog Talk saga that you guys know about that we've
Hey
been
there, Jeff.
dealing with for 8 months now. So then what happened was I got a message back because I had messaged customer service, and they said, we're sorry. Um, our technicians say they fixed the problem. We're sorry that you were having this problem. And if you haven't any, it's fixed now. If you have any further problems, contact us back. And I had asked them, I had explained the whole thing that this has been going on since January, on and off. And a lot of the time this year, we've not been able to use Blog Talk. We've not been able to simulcast and use the phone lines. And I said, is this just happening with us, with our channel, or is it happening with the other shows? And can you give us an update? Nothing. Didn't answer any of my questions. Just said, we're sorry, it's fixed. Well, guess what? It's not fixed. We tried to dial in again, and it's not working. So in the scroll here, when you see the call in number, ignore it because it's not working. And, I'm really getting frustrated. Going to give it a couple more times because we just paid for the service again, like within the last couple of days. And we got two more shows the middle of the week. We've got the Wednesday show and the Thursday show. I'm not sure about the Wednesday show because I think I have to go do something in the evening. I'm going to contact Michelle and see if she wants to do a day show. Oh, that would be different. Yeah.
Yeah,
And, you know, we're going to try it on Wednesday. We're going to try it on Thursday, but I am seriously considering after that contacting them, Blog Talk, and telling them to refund my money because I'm just tired of this. It's been going on too long, and been paying every month for 14 years.
yeah.
14 years. Every single month we've been paying our hosting fee, and we're not getting what we're paying for. Oh, Ritu showed up. Hi, Ritu. Good to
Every
see you
two.
again. Good to see you again. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in chat. But unfortunately, you can't call in. So jump into the chat and let us know. If you want a general reading, you can word it any way you want. You can say, can I please have a message from the universe? Or you could say, could I get a message from my guides or my guardian angel or angels in general or
Yeah.
yeah, anything you want, any way you want to word it. Now, if you have a specific question, I love those myself. You know, will I get married? Will I get the job?
Yeah.
It's
I'm getting, I'm
it's
getting, I'm getting the old
get your pendulum out.
my pendulum out because
That's how Charlotte does the yes nos. Yeah.
it was really non-communicative um
Oh.
on the day that the four of us were on. It was it just was like
Maybe too much
like
energy.
well, it's like it goes one way for yes, the up, like it goes forward and backward for yes. It goes, across in front of me for no. And then if it just doesn't know, then it will actually circle.
Circle. Okay.
And the other day it was just like I'm not moving. And it was on strike. My it was on strike. I don't know what was going on, but it was like not moving. I'm just gonna hang here and let you under. And so I thought it's broken. So I did my test that I always, you can always do to see if your pendulum's working. I'm like, is my name Charlotte? Yes. Is my name Frank? No. I mean, so it was. I mean,
Hmm.
the energy was there and it was listening. I guess it just was like, and maybe it was like, yeah, there's three other people that can answer your yes no questions. I'm gonna let them do it.
Right. Yeah, and I like doing them because I don't just get yes no. I get maybes, and also I get five cards that are telling me information, why it's maybe, why
Exactly.
it's no,
Yeah.
why it's yes.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh, Irene's here. Hi, Irene.
Firing.
Oh, we had fun today. We had a really fun, informative session together today.
Oh, today was your reading with her.
Yeah, I think it went really well. And I think she thinks that too, but we'll find out in the chat because she's literally in the chat right now. Yay, good to see you,
Yeah,
Irene.
she probably wouldn't be back if she didn't like what she got.
Yeah, if she didn't
Unless
like
she's
the
back,
reading.
unless she's back to like, you owe me. I want a
Or
refund.
oh, so well, some people they're a glutton for punishment, I have some clients that constantly get readings from me, and I don't mean constantly, like, because I won't allow that. I won't, especially if it's the same question over and over again. I make them wait a few weeks before they can book
Uh,
again. At least 2-3 weeks, usually 3-4, before I let them. You know Next month. You know
yeah,
uh, because you need some time for things to happen, decisions to be made, ruminating on things, stuff like that.
yeah,
But man, there are some that, and I've said that to them. I say, "Oh, you guys are just a glutton for punishment. You're back again." Yeah. But anyway,
that's the way to
they
build
are
up your
apparently,
business.
well, they're getting something out of it, so I can't say nothing, right? Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So I've got the microphone here for uh it's just for ambiance. It's visual appeal, but it's in my way. So guess what? I'm moving it out. So I'm sorry I'm moving it out of the screen, but it's still here. It works fine from a distance. It's a real high-end microphone. Oh God. Anyway,
I think
but
that's so funny. You felt like you had to apologize for that because I'd be like,
I
because
know, I know. I'm the
I've
only
said that.
person. No, I'm the only one,
Yeah,
Charlotte. Everybody else would just go, and not even talk about it. But I like to see, I think that there are smart people out there that sees things happen and wonders. And the reason why I think that is because I'm one of them. If I'm watching something and someone was to do that, I'd be like, what's he doing? Why? Regardless of the material being presented or anything like that,
really.
I just have one of those weird minds that I have to know
So
what's
something
going
as
on.
small as moving a microphone, because like I had a oh gosh, I have a friend foot
Hi, Dan.
zoning. I had a foot zoning thing, and I watched him kind of like counting. and he got to like, you know, and I just saw the last few numbers, so it was like
Hmm.
29, 30, 31, and I was like, and I was like, and when he was finally it was done, I was like, what was that about? And he goes, oh, that's how many of your relatives were with us that came
Oh
in
my
to
God, that's a lot.
help you out with the, this that we did tonight.
Uh-huh.
Um, but so yeah, I'm like that too because I was like, I almost just was like, oh, because I don't really know that much about foot zoning. I'm just like his guinea pig because he needs, he needs to practice on so many people before he can move on. And I thought, oh,
Yeah.
that must just be part of the foot zoning thing. And then I went, nope, I'm asking.
It's like you when you were doing the free animal communication sessions because you had to get into the swing of it, and that makes
Yeah,
sense. Oh,
yeah.
here's something else really cool. Speaking of Irene, who, by the way, in the chat says the reading was great. I know what my next step is on my path. And see, that's what it's all about. What's the next step?
Oh, that has to feel so good.
Yeah,
It
we
feels
got her
so good.
dialed in. Her situation a little bit reminded me of yours uh before, and like getting you
Which
lined up.
one? Oh,
I know there's so many. There's so many.
which
But but
one?
but Charlotte, uh this is what's really cool. So I shuffled and I pulled a card for today for the show, and I
Uh,
got and I got a card, the star card, which I got for Irene.
oh,
And I swear I shuffled the deck and everything, and
right,
then
yeah, yeah.
I cut the deck and I got the star card. And this could literally be meaning, hey, it's time for you guys out there, some of you anyway, to be the star. You literally are supposed to be the star. Get out there on stage, whatever that is for you, and it's going to be different
Yeah.
things for different people. But I'm going to tell you what I told Irene when this card came up, because this is the card of optimism and hope and gratitude and getting in connection with that, right? But
Hmm.
the heart of the matter card I got is the Hierophant, which is about ritual and a lot of other things. But in this context, with this card, what I think it's saying is you need to create a ritual of abundance.
Mm,
Remember, card 17, the star, 1 + 7 is 8, abundance. You got to make a ritual of the optimism, of
I,
the
yep.
gratitude, being grateful every day for things. And that could be different kinds of rituals. Maybe you just think about it for 10 minutes or 5 minutes in the morning or before you go to sleep at night or both. Or maybe you write down a couple of things you're grateful for every morning in a notebook,
Hmm.
and then just keep adding to it every day. Trust
Hmm.
me, there's enough stuff. I am thankful for bottled water.
Yeah. No,
You know, there
I
is
actually,
so much to be thankful for.
yeah,
But,
I actually have like done a challenge.
mhm.
I did a challenge with the group I was in, but then I challenged myself and I some of with the group I was like good. I finished it. I was faithful for the 30 days, but it was
Uh-huh.
just like, list 5 things that you're grateful for, and it made a huge difference. And
Oh,
um
Michelle's here. Hi, Michelle.
hey Michelle, and that comes along with I think journaling. I think it's a like a you're dipping your toes into the water of journaling when you start doing that as well. If you start writing down things that you're grateful for, and then journaling itself comes after that,
Yeah.
because then you'll find yourself opening up and saying more things, and more things will start becoming, clear to you
Well,
and stuff.
I think it makes making a ritual of it. What happens is you're focused on that and creating and getting abundance versus the negative things in
Mm,
your life. And
I agree.
the,
I
the
agree.
the lack, and what's missing.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Smile,
I agree.
Charlotte. Wait, smile at the camera. We we have to have a shot for our screen. So I'm setting us
I
up
know,
with
and
what?
I'm always busy looking out the door, checking out the
Yeah,
animals. Or,
yeah. See, I'm doing I try to do it when I have cards in my hands, and it might be during, the cards of the day, but it also could be like later on in a reading, and I'm doing this thing, whatever. And then I have to scrub through the footage and I have to find somewhere else where you're smiling and take that and put it on the image with me smiling over here. So we're both smiling. Because most of the
yeah,
time, yeah, like you said, I'm setting it up like this, Charlotte.
yeah.
And what you're doing is you're over here, just looking out the window and, you know,
Never picked my nose on TV on the
on
show.
camera, on camera. Peanuts
I
here.
may
Hi, Peanut.
have wanted to
Yeah.
because things get dry, especially when I wear the glasses, because then things kind of get like, and you really want to, but I
Oh, yeah. I
never
have to
picked.
do that constantly because I get little crusties and I'm like, things get in my eye and, oh, hairs, not hairs necessarily, but like, I don't know, fibers or something floating in the air and it lands on your glasses and you're like trying to
Yeah.
get it off your glasses.
Well, yeah, you have a cat, so I'm sure it's
We
cat
get that.
dander.
I get cat hair. Hey, Michelle. Michelle and Dan Matheny are both in there, and great to see
Hey,
you
Michelle
guys.
and Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I got for
Welcome.
cards of the day. And Pat said any companionship cards from Spirit. Companionship cards from Spirit. Okay, so you want to know about not necessarily, I mean, if you're using the word companionship, that could be romantic or your love life, but not necessarily. Like maybe you just want companionship. So, well, pull some cards and see what comes up. Charlotte,
Yep.
we'll just go with that. I'm gonna go with a question from Ritu. What good instead of good, I think they put GUD. What good news waiting for May? It makes me want to go into I'm from the shit, now I can't remember the mountain range. I'm from over the hills.
Appalachians.
That I'm from the Appalachia. What good news waiting for me? I'm expecting it. Okay, you're expecting good news. Well, hey, you're ahead of the game. I don't even know if I can add to that by pulling cards, but we'll see what comes up. I'm gonna shuffle a little bit here, and then,
So,
yeah,
so
go ahead.
here's what I got. I pulled three, which I don't know. I don't usually pull three, but
Right.
um, uh, I felt a little uncomfortable with just doing one. Although I think one would have done it. The first card I pulled in the hand, the universe is your partner, and what I don't know if you can see, but it is a hand reaching out, and it's a golden heart, and it's just like the hand waiting
Oh,
to
wait, let
catch
me
this
make
little.
it bigger so I can see it better. Oh, yeah, I see it really good now.
Yeah, and
I love the
so
size of those cars. They're really wide and big. I like that.
I really
That's just
like
because
them.
I'm a size queen, folks. Yes.
I'm not touching that one. Um, but the
Hmm.
universe is your partner. So to me, what it says is like, okay, the universe is your partner. You're looking for companionship. So don't narrow your search. You know, think out of the box kind of deal. Think out of your neighborhood. Think out of your job site. Think out of whatever, because you've got the whole universe to
Hmm.
find your your partner. And then the next one was straddling worlds, wandering between realms. And so to me that says, okay, when you do find somebody, there's going to be a lot of compromise that has to go on, and it's not going to maybe feel real comfortable at first, but the key to being in a healthy kind of relationship is, all about the compromise and realizing that they're not a cookie cutter of you and you're not a cookie cutter of them.
Mm,
Leaving room for each other to still to be together, but to still be individuals. And then the next one was the deep diver diving into a task. And that just says to me, it's like people think that relationships just are like in a Disney movie, bippity boppity boop, and there's your relationship, and the birds are gonna come sing on your shoulder, and you're gonna throw your hair out of the top of the tree, and a handsome prince is gonna come rescue you or whatever. But it's not. You're gonna have to put some work into it. So that means you're gonna have to be aware of, um, just things like, um, what kind of energy are you putting into your relationship?
right.
How is that energy being interpreted by your partner? But that's just one example. So this is saying after you've, put your hand out, found your partner, realize that, uh, you're the same but you're different kind of thing, and then do the work. So
Mm,
that is my companion reading, and I'll have you know I didn't pick the
cool.
book at once.
Oh, and by the way, Pat did say yes, that's what she was talking about. And then Penya's going to ask for a love reading too. But before that, Ritu had asked about the good news. Before I pull cards, and before I go to that, though, I just have to say something before I forget, because I'll have a
Don't
senior.
forget.
We'll have a senior moment, but we had an incredible show yesterday with my guest co-host was Pamela Steele, and we had on Stephanie Dreams about her Enchanted Shadows Oracle that's coming out in September. And let's see, there we are. And I know you were there, Charlotte, right?
Yeah,
Well, was that not a great show with Stephanie and Pamela?
yeah, it really was.
I had so much fun.
It's always cool to be when you feel like you're in the presence of, this is a little bit overboard, in the presence of greatness, in the
Mm-hmm.
presence of somebody who truly understands their art, their gift, and can explain it. And
Mm.
um
Mm-hmm.
that's what I felt like, because there were three of you there that were like that. um you know uh
Mm.
you haven't created a deck, but
I want to. I want to.
your intuitiveness when you pull cards is, I love it.
But I'm
And
always
then,
in awe of people like Stephanie and Pamela,
yeah.
that have really done it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then just, again, what they were thinking as they were, how they were being inspired as they were creating the deck, um and then the actual readings that Stephanie did
Yeah, that was
were,
fun too. So
yeah, it was.
I just wanted to let everybody know about that, and to say, hey, if you missed the show, please go watch the replay. In fact, I downloaded the video and re-uploaded it, so it literally shows in the videos, not just in under lives. So if you go to our channel, the Psychic Cafe, it's like right there, so please go watch it. And by the way, if you have not seen these cards, I can show you real quick. I have a slide with a bunch of the cards on it from her deck. I love the colors, of course, because of all the purples, but I like the blues too, and the greens. And it just looks really like a fun deck, you know
Yeah.
so I just wanted to share that before we do Ritu's question, because I know I'm going to forget to bring it up, and I don't want anybody to miss that, even though I put it out all over social media. But people miss things, and it was just such a fun show. I don't know what the views are because, like I said, I uploaded the video when there was already 100 and something views on the live, and then I promoted out this new video, which at the time I think has had maybe like 11. I don't know how many are on it now. I'll have to pop over to YouTube and see. Hey, maybe it'll just show me. Um, hmm, got like 13 views, but the live, if I go back to the live, it's the same video basically. 103 views on that. Anyway, so
Yeah, but
as
we had that
yeah,
super
go
fun
ahead.
day the day before too, though.
Oh yeah, that was great. There was the four of us.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
that was
by the way, after the
fun.
show, I heard from Dr. Rose, and she said, again, that she was sorry that she had to miss it. She had that emergency, but she, let's plan a time and a show. And guess what? You know what I realized? I'm going to my calendar here so I don't mess this up. I realized that we've got another one coming up. Another one,
Another one.
another kind of like Saturday where we need a fill-in show where it's not a Michelle's Mystic Corner, and we need a Psychic Cafe live fill-in show where we have no hosts, co-host planned,
Right.
and
All right.
and that's the 31st. So this coming Saturday, the 24th, it's a week from then. And I told Dr. Rose about it, and she said she's going to make it. She's going to come to that one. So I want to ask.
Oh, I
I
would
want.
love that.
I want to
I love
ask.
her so much.
I want to ask everybody again. Ellie, because Ellie, after the show, I had forgotten Ellie didn't make it either. She was supposed to make it. So I'm hoping to get Ellie and you and possibly Michelle and possibly I think Michelle would come, but possibly Maria. And so this is Saturday the 31st. So if any of you are out there, any of our hosts and past hosts, because Dr. Rose is actually one. She's no longer an active host, but she is a past host. We used to do a Friday show together called "The Doctors Are In."
Yeah. And if you've never had a chance to meet her or see her work, oh, you need to do it because her energy is just so
Mm,
positive
yeah,
and just so beautiful. And then, like we talked about her mantras that she has that she can share
I
with
called her
you
the
for
Mantra Maven.
whatever problem you're having, is just absolutely delightful. Everybody should experience Dr. Rose because she's just so cool.
Yep, yep.
So
Oh,
I really miss her.
oh, by the way, you said you weren't going to touch that comment, but Dan cracked up. And by the way, he said, "Where's your princess crown, Dax?" And I said, "Damn it, it's out getting polished." And I put a little emoji picture of a crown. So fun stuff going on in the chat here. Julia came in too. Hi, Julia. She's I'm moving to a new place. We're gonna get to her question. You're gonna do Penya's love reading. I'm right now going to do Ritus. And again, these are not ones that I'm good at. I'm honest about this. I'm not that kind of psychic, is the way I usually say it. But when you say what good news is waiting for me today, I'm expecting good news. You know more about it than I do. Okay. And the nature of tarot cards and what they are and what the images are and the symbols on there, they're not going to give me specifics like, what good news is waiting for me. Oh, well, this thing's going to happen. I mean, yeah, sometimes that happens. And some readers are really good at that. I'm not. I'm just honest about that. But when I pull cards on that, what I get is the Six of Pentacles. Six is the success number again, and hearth and home and all. And you can see here that this woman with her horse next to her, and uh she looks pretty dressed pretty nice there, and she's got a scales, and she's handing something to this woman sitting at the side of the road with her child, looks like a boy child there. And so basically, this is someone giving alms to the poor, right? But she's careful about what she gives. She doesn't, give tons of money away or things. She weighs it out with the scales. Also, there's a for some people, for some taroists, they think that the scales is beyond the being careful weighing what you're giving out, but also weighing out their worthiness to receive. That's another angle. I don't particularly like that one myself, but sometimes it does come into play. It has in a few readings in the past. And so what I'm getting here, what the good news is for you, could be a couple things. One thing is it could be a windfall coming your way. Hey, looks really good. That's a possibility. If that's not what's going on with you, though, Ritu, I think what could be happening is the good news is you're going to be in a position to help others. That's what this card is talking about. And I did pull another card and got the Eight of Pentacles. Eight is abundance, and abundance comes how? Well, it's hard work, obviously. This artisan is hard at work making these pentacles, but also it's skill. He has a lot of skill because he's made so many of these pentacles. He, knows it like the back of his hand. He's knows how to make them pentacles. Okay, so working on your skills and then applying those skills to become abundant so that you are able to help others. Now, those are the cards I pulled. But when I was shuffling and I cut the deck, you guys all know about my cutting thing where I get the heart of the matter card. The Two of Swords showed up. So what I think is going on with that is, with all of this, Ritu, it's up to you. I think that you are unable or unwilling to make a decision between two different things, whatever they are. Swords are thoughts and ideas. So it's two different thoughts or ideas, two different paths you could go down. You got the blindfold on, and either you're unwilling to put the swords down and take the stupid blindfold off, or you're unable to, for some reason, make this decision. But and I don't know what it is, but you know what it is. And you just need to make that decision and then go for it, which it involves, creating these really great skills so that you can help others, is what it is. So I hope that helped you out. And then now we're going to go to, okay. Now I lost it. Pena had the love reading one, and Charlotte was going to pull a card or two on that.
Uh, yeah, I don't know what I was doing, but I only caught part of that. What was the actual question?
Oh, so Pena says, "Can I have a love reading, please? Whatever comes out." That's what she.
Okay, all right. Oh, wow, the show is complete because the unicorn has just shown up.
Oh, what what's
Samson.
is it? A he?
Yeah, Samson.
Okay, okay, yeah. Well, I was gonna say, what's his name? Samson, and then I was like, oh wait, maybe it's a gal. But yeah,
It's
Samson, the goat that is secretly a unicorn.
yeah.
We know because Samson told Charlotte. Yeah.
Or I told another animal communicator, but yeah.
But then she told you, or he told you.
Yeah, and then 2 days later he went out and broke one of his horns off. So, but I've
Oh
been
wow.
boiling him today. I never buy graham crackers, but like I had a craving for graham crackers, so
Oh, now that you said that, now I'm missing them too. And I haven't thought about them since the last time I had them, which was a really long time ago. We used to get them occasionally, but it's been months, if not years. And
yeah, and so
but
I've
it
been
never enters my mind. But you finally said it. Oh, thank you. Because now I can say, okay, next order, I'm getting graham crackers.
yeah, so I've been sharing my graham crackers with him today, and I think that's the first time he's had graham crackers, and he really likes graham crackers. So, um, so the first card to get about your relationship is the cosmic womb and um, the divine feminine. But this is kind of talking about like if you're feeling like, because to me it feels like you maybe have been through a dry patch, and it's hard to, when that happens, it's hard to get things going again. It's hard to, pour water on the plant and get it to grow, to grease the wheels or whatever. But this is saying, um you need to be sure, even though you've been through that dry patch, you need to be sure to keep you know your eyes and your heart open, and um and allow things to happen. Because if you stay in that negative space of, oh, nothing's gonna happen, I haven't had a partner, I haven't had a boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, for whatever is a long time for you, and woe is me. If that's where you stay, that's where you're gonna stay, because you know that anyway. So then the next one, and this is a new card that I haven't pulled yet, which I'm loving this because I really feel energy for all of us is changing. But this is called Winter's Dream, the gestation period.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is like, all right, yep, okay, I've had a little bit of a dry spell. I'm gonna acknowledge it. I'm gonna think about maybe what I've been doing wrong. That's been, you know, what kind of signals have I been putting out there that have been keeping people away? And the other thing that this reminds me of is also the thing where, and Dax, you talk about this quite a bit, is about what you prompt yourself when you, just before you go to bed. What are you going to dream about? Ask, what are you going to ask your angels to help you with? And because, there she is, she's asleep and she's dreaming. And so, give yourself a little prompt about that as you go to bed. And then after you've done that, then we get the, I love this, is called the cat dash or pillar and of opportunity. And it's this little, it is a caterpillar, but it's like got a little cat head at the top. But what happens to caterpillars? They turn into butterflies. So um I think it's just saying, you need to put a little work into it. Don't just expect it to plop into your lap. But look how pretty this card is. Look how beautiful your life is going to be once that happens. So, you know, work on it in your dreams. Don't get stuck in it. Don't get stuck in the woe is me phase of looking for somebody. So I hope that helps. Because that's actually, I'm like, my some of the intuitive part of me now is going,
Uh-huh.
that's exactly right. Because that's kind of what I see, is not literally but figuratively. I just see them sitting there, for me.
Awesome.
But these are saying this is how you get out of that. And then
I
we're
actually
on
have
to
a
the,
dream thing coming up in the next reading. Oh, I did want to mention Dan had jumped in there though and said the doctors are in shows. You can catch those in the replays. He says, I've seen them all, and Dr. Rose is awesome.
she is so awesome.
Yeah.
She's such a beautiful person inside and out. Just fun loving.
I think she needs to hear this. We need to send her this clip right here, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
So I'm going to pull cards for Julia that had a question. Meanwhile, you can get set up because Gracie had a question. hi, can I know what's coming for me? So it's basically an open-ended general question. You can just pull a card or two and see what you get. For Gracie, Charlotte, I'm going to go back to Julie, who's
Right.
asking. Julie is moving to a new place. I'm a little bit stressed, and what advice can I get from the tarot? Thanks. And I got this judgment card. It's the only major arcana card that shows up. You're being called forth to something new and better, new and more important in your life, kind of thing, because the major arcana cards tend to be the big life changes. And if you're moving, yeah, that's a big life change, right? But look how he's in repose here, down, I don't know, he's down in a crypt or something. Anyway, and so again, I think it's the same thing Charlotte was just talking about programming your dreams and letting yourself your subconscious help you with this. Now, what's going on? Okay, so the first card I got though was the 10 of swords. So it's, this old part of your life where you live now and you're moving to the new place. The old part is dead and gone. It's like beating a dead horse. But what are swords again? Thoughts and ideas. You have all these thoughts and ideas left over. Now, in the reading that I'm doing with these 5 cards, the central focus card in the very center, that was the 10 of swords, is the 9 of swords, again with the swords. Okay, so it's supposed to be dead and over, but you're carrying over the thoughts, okay, and literally can keep you up at night, kind of thing. But anything that's left over that is stressing you and bothering you, it's left over from these thoughts and ideas that you're having. It's all in your head, basically. And I hate to say that, because people say that all the time. Joe, it's all in your head. Trouble is, most time the people are right when they say that. So this is what you need to do. The king of cups shows up, who is in control of their emotions, and the ace of cups, a new opportunity, especially involving your emotions. What you want to focus on is how you're going to feel when you move into your new place and everything's going to be better. This is indicating a more emotionally satisfying and fulfilled situation, along with that King of Cups as well, where things, even though all the storm is going around him, all the rough seas and everything, he's on that stone throne, unmovable. He's in full control of his emotions. And I just think it's about focusing on being emotionally satisfied. And notice here, and this goes back to what I was saying with programming your dreams, with the guy sleeping here in the judgment card, is look at the 5 streams dripping off the cup here. It's overflowing, and it's got 5 like rivulets coming out, going into the water below. Those are your 5 senses. And so it's talking about creating a full 5 sensory immersive, like, visualization, Julia, of how you want it to be and how it will be in your new place. And use all your senses. What's it going to smell like and feel like and taste like? The smells from the kitchen and the flowers and the whatever you got going on at that place. And fresh laundry, it could be anything. And what does it look like? And what does it sound like there? And what does it feel like? Get all your senses involved in this. What does it taste like? Think of all the great meals you're going to make there and everything. And then program your dreams to focus on that, and also to give you information as you're laying down on, the lights are out, you're laying down your head onto the pillow, you program your dreams, how do I get to this? Right? Because I think the whole stress part, like I said, it's just in your thoughts, in your head. And the way to combat that for not just you, but anybody out there listening is to focus on what you actually want and use all your senses, not just, oh, it looks like this or that would be nice. No, create a whole visualization with all your senses. All righty. So, what are you getting for Gracie when you pull a card there, Charlotte?
Well, so today I've been feeling like I needed to pull three, but this one
Hmm.
I only need one.
Oh, cool.
And it's the drifter experiencing life as it comes. Can you set in the right spot for you to see? So basically what it's saying is like it's time, your life has become a little bit stagnant. It's time to cut those mooring lines. You don't need a map and you don't need to know where you're going because as soon as you cut those lines, you're gonna know. So it's saying, just get rid of the to-do list. Just go with the flow and let your mind go on a daily walkabout. Or, you take yourself on a daily walkabout and let your mind go even further. But then remember to call your mind back and tell you what it's seen and what you need to know. And it's gonna open up so many more adventures for you in your life because then pretty soon you're gonna be seeing, your friends or your workmates or whatever that are still stuck in their, they almost look like they're automatons, just like, doing the same thing over and over, but you set yourself free adrift and um it's yeah. It- um I get stuck with words and then I start going, mm.
Mm.
uh, but it is just a way to set yourself free. And I like the way they talk about, letting your mind go on a walkabout and then calling it back and letting you know what it found. So to me, that sounds a little bit like meditation, but to me, it also sounds like, you know, get out, experience nature a little bit, get away from your desk, get away from your TV, get away from your um whatever your routine and just go with the flow that life since that life wants to take you on, that those mooring ropes and go.
Mm.
So I hope that helps.
Hope that helps you out. And then, oh, Julia had feedback. She said, wow. Then she said, I hope so. Then she said, this is so amazing. Then she said, you think my dreams have the answer? Let me tell you, honey, it's not just you, it's everybody, all of us. Our dreams have the answers. It
Mm,
does. It's tarot cards do too. And what the tarot cards do, they're images and symbols, and they connect with our subconscious mind, you know. But the same things
business.
happen with dreams, and it's even more deep. So
Yeah.
basically, you know, you're programming your subconscious, and it's your dream state is a direct connection to your subconscious, and you're able to get the answers because really our collective conscious knows everything already, has all the answers. So everybody should be programming their dreams. Irene said, did you miss my angel message? Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. So back when I was talking about, and remember you and I were talking, um Charlotte, about Irene's reading today, and she made the comments back. Right below that, she asked, do my angels have a message for me? Totally missed that because I thought it was part of the other comment, and I just went down, to the next thing. Also, we've got Sean coming in. That's Shawnette. And did someone
Hi,
new?
Shannon.
I think that's the. The only new person so far is Shawnette. Will I get my sponsorship money next month? Oh, right. So
Oh, in your time.
let me ask you, Charlotte, can you do Irene's angel message? Because I feel like I read for her today, in an actual booked real reading. You know,
Okay.
it's like I thought, it'd be cool to get someone else's another reader's message, and then I'll do Sean's and see
Yeah.
that money.
Yeah. We'll break out Kyle Gray for the angel.
Yeah, Kyle
He's
Gray.
such a nice guy.
What's the big card deck? The deck with the big cards that you've been using. Is that Kyle's or someone else's?
No, that is Alberto Viola and Colette Baron Reed
Oh,
combined. And then the person that did the artwork is Jenna Della Gertaglia. I think that's, yeah. But Alberto, he's like he's really into the shaman stuff, and has been all over the world studying shaman practices and whatnot. And I actually have two his decks sitting up here. I just haven't pulled the other one. I haven't felt called to pull any cards from the other one. I'm just was looking to make sure I've got the right. Oh, it doesn't matter. If you want to know who does the artwork, this deck is called the Shaman's Dream Oracle.
mm. Oh, there. Here, let me make it bigger so we can see. Oh yeah, now I can see it.
Yeah, it's a big deck. I mean, it's a wump and big deck, and his other deck is even bigger.
Mm.
So we're angel messages for Julie, Irene. No,
Who?
who are they?
Oh, it was the angel messages for Irene. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. While you're doing that, real quick, I want to mention, of course, the coffee page, psychic.cafe/coffee. But I also wanted to mention the next show again, Wednesday. I've got the nighttime times here, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We might switch to a day show because I might have something to do that evening. We'll see what happens. We'll let everybody know. And then Thursday, hopefully Ellie will be back and maybe the phone lines will be working by then. I don't know. I don't know. And then the sizzling summer sale, psychic.cafe/summer. So just like Irene, that Charlotte's about to do an angel message for, she grabbed my $99.99 readings for half price. Yeah, it's only here, let's bring this up. Oh geez, the buttons aren't working. 30 what is it? 49. Yeah, half price for my readings and coaching sessions. So just like Irene got today, if you want to book one, go over to the summer sale page. You'll see it if you go to the website. You'll see it. It's the first post pinned to the top of the community page. It's in the right hand column as well as a banner ad you can click. But it's psychic.cafe/summer will take you right to it. Okay. And then you can scroll down towards the bottom. You'll see where you can book my readings for $49, half price. Everything else is half price too. Join the membership for an entire year for $39. That's half price, normally $78. Professional certification, $69. Certification and membership together. I highly recommend that package. If you're not a member yet, become a member and get certified. $99. That's like less than half. Less than half. My course is half price. My tarot and numerology course called Tarot by the Numbers, normally like around $300. It's 149 right now. And we also have a package with all three of those, my course, then certification and membership, 199. So go ahead, go check that out over there. What'd you get, Charlotte?
Well, basically what I got was kind of some cool cards. So I got the divine director, and it's like to trust the process, create space for the divine order to unfold. And basically it's like quit trying to micromanage the universe.
Yeah.
The universe, and it also talks about like things that maybe you have suppressed that you haven't let like come to the surface and heal. You're like, oh, I can't deal with it, so you just shove it down a little deeper, and that. So if you feel like you're kind of stuck, one, you're trying to micromanage the universe, and the fact of the matter is, things happen that we have absolutely no control over. So we can try to figure out why that happened. I mean, I'm a serious overthinker. I'm working on trying not to be. The next one was um Mahavatar Babaji, and it's spiritual awakening, interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings. So at the same time where this is saying don't micromanage, this card is saying, you know, don't don't you don't need to manage it, but you do need to be connected to it. And you need to give yourself a chance to be connected to it each day. Give yourself a few minutes to, take a deep breath. And even do like just a super small guided meditation, like grounding yourself, like putting your feet on the ground and picturing, roots growing out of the bottom of your feet, down into the center of the earth, and connecting you, um and then being open to what comes through. And then I love this card because it's the Mother Mary card, and it's called the Miraculous Encounter, Divine Experiences. Don't be afraid of being powerful. I love that. How cool is that? Don't be afraid of being powerful. And I think I think a lot of us fall into that same thing. It's like, oh, what if? And what if I do take a bite out of that and it works? Then what? Well, then you've done it. You just go on and you manage your life from there. So, um, basically the message is, um, well, don't micromanage, be connected, don't be afraid of being powerful. So that's what your angels want you to know.
Awesome message.
Oh,
And
I love Kyle Gray decks.
yes. So I think the last question is going to be Sean's. Will I get my sponsorship money next month? Um, Simple answer, probably yes on the 9th of September. Oddly specific. But
Pendulum. Well, she get her sponsorship money next
oh yeah,
month.
you get to do a pendulum. But let me tell you what I got in these cards. Now that I've said, that, back up a little bit, because the central focus card I got, did you do the pendulum? Was it yes,
Yeah,
no?
I mean, like
Yay.
it started swinging like immediately. It was like there was no question
Oh, that
whatsoever.
was
It was
cool.
just like, yeah,
That's really cool. That's when it's
yeah.
a Sunday, sorry, a Monday fun day. Um,
Yep.
Three of Swords. I mean, when I first saw this is the central focus card, and when I saw this, I was like, oh, that doesn't look good. And but then I started to think, well, yeah, but I literally have the Six of Swords, making steady progress towards your goal, six being a success number. It's not like the literal success card, which is the Six of Wands, but it's pretty damn close, right? And then a new opportunity. The Ace of Wands shows up, and the Hermit card, it's a major arcana card, so it's a big fat yes. But then I'm like, but the Three of Swords, again, and this seems to be a theme tonight. Sean, are you overthinking it? Are you so worried about getting your sponsorship that you're actually energetically pushing it away? Because the very next card also is the Seven of Pentacles. You need to reevaluate your finances, reevaluate your sponsorship applications, and what you're expecting and all this kind of thing. You need to do some reevaluation. Where's your focus? Are you focused on getting the sponsorship? It doesn't sound like it to me. It sounds like you're overthinking a bit. So basically, I'm getting two yes cards with a big fat yes with the Hermit. I'm getting two no cards with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. And then the tiebreaker really is this Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is, aces are a one card, an odd number. This is supposed to be a no. But a lot of times for me, I take aces as yes because they're so positive. They have, all of the potential of the whole suit. It's always, a new opportunity of some kind coming in. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So, I could go either way, but I'm kind of taking it. It's almost like the clouds. I could swear I see them moving in the background there. It's so weird. Um, I'm taking it as a yes. So that would make it three yeses instead of three nos. But again, it's one of those it's one of those maybes. It looks real good, but it's teetering there, Sean. And I think it's all your mindset. I think, you know, uh, practically speaking, you put in for a sponsorship, and is the money going to show up next month? That was your question. Is the money going to and it sounds like it's a practical thing. You put in the application, it's either going to come or it's not going to come. That's not necessarily true. We block our own abundance all the time by overthinking things. By expecting the worst, like, oh, I'm not going to get it in time like I need it. And but it could happen if you make that shift, if you reevaluate your thinking. Seven of Pentacles, reevaluate the situation, put your and like everybody else we've said, Charlotte and I have said to all these people tonight about uh getting clear on what you want, focusing on that, what you want, and then creating that 5 sensory visualization. What's going to be like when you open the mail and there's the sponsorship letter, or however it's going to come to you. And like I said, the timing card is the Hermit card. That was the last card, and it's card number 9. And you asked about next month, so I'm just going to say the 9th. And then you can come on the show. And let's see, I got to check this out, Charlotte. The 9th is going to be a Monday. Perfect.
Monday, Monday.
Monday fun day. So you can come back and you can tell me how wrong I was and then it didn't come in. But I'm going to, if it comes in on September 9th, I am taking that win. But like I said, you got a little work to do there, Sean. You need to, stop the stinking thinking.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What kind of sponsorship is she looking for?
Yeah, what kind of sponsorship is it?
I mean, you can say it's none of my business, but I am kind of
And that
curious.
you could say that too. She says,
Sounds like it's something cool.
I am. I've been waiting, and the guy's not answering his phone. Yeah, and so I think when she says I am, she's admitting to, overthinking this or focusing on the negative. Uh,
Yeah.
let's see. And then she said 9-9, laugh out loud. Oh, and then here's her comment for you, Charlotte. I started an arts program for children.
Oh, cool. I
That
knew it
is
was going to be
really
cool.
cool. You should
Yeah.
definitely get the sponsorship then. You hear me, sponsorship
Yeah.
people?
Yeah. Yeah. Use the energy of the people in our group today too to just send some positive energy her way that
Yeah.
will maybe help, you
Well,
know?
that is really cool. And you know, it's abundance coming through for her to help, but to help her help other people. And you know, that's the whole thing I've been saying all night. And to, you know, the schools can't afford it yet. I've been working with someone to find corporate sponsors because they keep cutting the arts budget. Yeah, corporate corporate sponsors are the best thing to do in that kind of a situation. Really, it is. But like I've been telling everybody, everything is, you know, my messages have been all about, you know, how can you help other people? And that's when you really get what you want, you know. And
Yeah.
I was talking with Irene about spiritual modalities and things, and how people are like, well, it's spiritual, so you shouldn't be charging, or you shouldn't be charging a lot for your spiritual service. And I'm like, bullshit. The more abundant you can become, the more people you can help. So actually, it's selfish to not charge the true value of your services. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to fill up your, I mean, it's a trade of energy, you know? I mean, what you're giving them is, you know, what what you're helping interpret what the universe wants them to know, and
Mm-hmm.
then you have to be able to live to be able to do that. So it's just an equal trade. I mean, it's not like we're asking, well, at least none of us here in this group. Well, I mean, I don't know what everybody charges, but the ones I do know, I mean, you're not going to have to go out and take a second mortgage out on your home to get a reading,
Mm-hmm. But
which, by the way, my readings have gone up.
yeah,
My readings are now $40, which is still cheap, but
it
no more.
still is. It's still cheap though.
And my animal communication readings now, except for, I mean, if you're already booked with me, I'm obviously not gonna raise the price.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I am
And that
raising my.
reminded me, look, that reminded me of Michelle's back to school sale where she has her readings uh on sale for $40. So you're just in alignment with Michelle. $40, and it's psychic.cafe // Michelle. But then if I go over here, let's get our links. There's our links, and you can book a $40 session with Charlotte, psychic.cafe / Charlotte. And you can contact me on my page, psychic.cafe / Dax. Remember, the best thing for me, if you want to book a reading with me, is to go to the sale page. That is the psychic. Uh, oops. Now I can't put, damn. I'm trying to put it in here in the chat. I'm going to put the coffee one in too. If you guys want to send us a cup of coffee, psychic.cafe / coffee. But I want to get, jeez, technology isn't cooperating here.
Man,
Psychic.cafe
I
/
Joan I was jonesing for a cup of iced coffee today, but I didn't want to drive to town to do it. So I went without.
kind of make it at home. Yeah.
Well, I know.
Uh-huh.
I gotta break my French press out again and start doing it.
Yeah. I want to get to the point where we're selling coffee stuff on the cafe. I want to get the best of the best and sell French presses and whatever really cool things like that.
That
Anyway, it's time for us to get out of here.
was
And
a good show tonight. It was good. It was like just a really nice, even flow. Interesting questions. Really great people were on.
frankly, I was happy we didn't have the phone lines working. I didn't want to go back and forth to phone calls, and you get the same callers. I mean, God bless our regulars like
Sean,
Sean, yeah, Sean, but I was thinking, what's the other one? Stacy?
Stacy, yeah.
I was thinking of Stacy, and then I was going to say Sean, and I love them to death, but really, we need to get more and new people. Otherwise, is the phone lines really worth it if it's just the same people? You
You know,
know,
here's what I decided today when this evening, as you were talking about, not working again. I decided that I'm going to choose to believe that the phone lines work when they need to work. If there's somebody that needs to get a hold of us, um, the universe is going to find a way to make blog talk work. And otherwise, we're going to, or meeting the people's needs that need to be met without it on the days that it doesn't work. That's how I'm choosing to look at it because otherwise, I just want to punch them in the throat.
and real quick before we go, Sean had said, so I'm getting outside funding so I can give it to the kids for free. And oh, she says, I'm teaching them to paint sneakers. Find that interesting. That would not have been my guess. I'm teaching them to paint sneakers, and I got a sneaker store to sponsor and get the children sneakers.
Oh, cool. I have a
Cool.
cousin that does that, but she's Polynesian, and so she does all these really cool Polynesian designs on all kinds of different, as long as they start out white. No, she's done some on black, but anyway, she does all these really cool Polynesian designs on tennis shoes, and I was like,
Oh,
this
that's
is
different.
like a lot of fun.
Yep. Well, thanks everybody, and thanks for all of you being here. Michelle and Dan and Sean, and who else was here tonight? Irene was here, and Julia,
Beaton was
Kenya.
here.
Yep, Gracie. I already said Julia. Pat was here earlier on. Peanut popped in and said hi and just listened. I don't think they said anything else the rest of the show, but that's okay. We love people just watching and listening. So we will see you on Wednesday. But hey, Michelle, I got to ask you if you want to do a day show. Yep. All righty. So bye, everybody. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Not Jim Bob.
Bye, y'all.